Good afternoon. We're back to X2 Conference Week, and this afternoon I'm very happy to have with me Graham Burford from AWA, representing North America. Hi Graham.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming along and giving some time to talk with me.
No problem. Had a great few days here so far, and looking forward to finishing the conference strong.
Great.
It's been fun.
Great. So you came all this way from the States just for this conference. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. So far, what's your feeling about the conference?
Really enjoyed it. The venue here is a little surprising. I expected Bangkok to be part of the city, but this is nice. Love the outdoor space. Love that we've utilized the outdoors and the grill, and just it's made it feel very homey. Everyone's got to communicate, touch base outside of the one-on-ones. They've been bang, 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 but yet you get to relax and enjoy, communicate with people, and
that's nice.
The facilities here are great.
That's great to know. And you've obviously met some of the fellow members over the last couple of days. Do you feel that some of the meetings have been productive?
Yeah, have been some really good ones. Some great partners, some great X2 members around the world.
Right, great.
I guess the biggest problem is just trying to focus on so many great members.
Right.
We have to really prioritize where we want to focus on. You've got so many great partners out there. We need to really key in on some of those and take the proactive steps in the next 6 months to really generate more traffic between those areas.
Well, I'm very lucky. You've been a great supporter. We caught up and actually communicated for the first time about a couple of years ago. Or
correct.
Maybe a little bit less. And you came in and you joined the group at the early stages.
Yeah.
And thank you for the support and the belief in what we've been doing. Just to talk about AWA for now. Tell me about the history of AWA. You represent North America. And then maybe just give us a background about your sort of history.
Well, AWA was founded only a couple of years ago, May 2012. We've gone from 4 people in a small, cramped little office, as you imagine, to just over 40 now in 6 offices.
I've seen some of those developments. Yeah,
it's been great. We've all been around the industry for a minimum of 15 years.
Right.
All expats to America, so we bring a knowledge that's not American. We really.
Am I right to say that you're Australian?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah. But you live in America.
Live in America.
Okay.
Lived in Asia. Lived in the Middle East. So I have a lot of global experience. My partners are New Zealand, now an American citizen, and a UK gent, now an American citizen,
right.
And we bring a feeling of service, a feeling of experience.
Yeah.
We've all lived around the world. We've all done so many different things in freight. And we feel that those experiences bring a different level of service and expertise to the American market.
Brilliant.
The American forwarder is a very domestic forwarder. You've got huge multinationals who have networks all over the world, or you've got an American domestic forwarder.
Yeah.
These days, there is a need for a good global service. A forwarder that services the American shipper and the partners with good service that's expected internationally. And that's what we really strive to do.
That's brilliant. Well, with all that experience that you've got with all the management team, and you look back over the years, over the span of what you've set up, and you look back at what's happened in the industry, and you bring yourself to where we are today. What are the sort of things that you see as being the major challenges over the past few years? And where do you see the future challenges of the industry?
Challenged over the last few years, particularly in America, are the regulations, the security since 9/11.
Oh, yesterday in your presentation you brought that up. Yeah, it was very interesting.
Security, that's a huge part of what American shipping is these days, particularly on air freight and sea freight. We can only pick up with certain carriers, we can only put certain cargo on passenger flights, and there's huge fines and liabilities.
The focus is more on security now.
Exactly.
Yeah. And the heavy fines that you
and
can face.
We have someone that's their only job.
Yeah.
Is ensuring compliance with legislation for the TSA.
Right.
It's a big part of what we do. Moving forward, there's going to be great challenges in sea freight.
Yeah.
In America, you've got changes in chassis pool, you've got vessel conferences, G6 Alliance. Carriers are really trying to finite down partnerships.
So more problems in the US to deal with than most other countries.
I don't see it as being problems, it's just challenges.
Right, okay, yeah.
There's no problem. You just need to be, you need to have an open mind and think through these things and just service the customer. There's plenty of capacity out there, plenty of business. If you handle it correctly and honestly with a client and a partner, there's nothing you can't achieve in this market.
Absolutely.
And that's a formation of what we are.
And I've noticed
honesty
that attitude,
and clarity.
the attitude that you have is great, and I've noticed it on your presentation. You've talked about where you've come from with AWA and where you are now. Well, where do you see yourself in the next 2 or 3 years? and development of the company?
We've been very focused on West Coast for us as a Long Beach and Los Angeles as a corporate headquarters. We now have offices in Chicago, Atlanta, Houston, and New York. And we're strengthening those offices dramatically in the last 6 to 12 months. We really are expanding to our European markets, and the next market we really see is South America.
Okay.
Some great business in South America. We'll probably open another office or two in the US.
And that is an area where I have to sort of also help you within the network. We have to expand in the South American region. And you know, from a network point of view, you know, you've been here the last couple of days, you've listened to what I've had to say, you've met some of the other members. Where do you see the network allowing you to gain more value in your business and to get an advantage point to face the challenges that you've just mentioned?
We've got some great partners, and I met with a gentleman today from Romania, very small market, but yet he has such a passion for his business.
Right.
And that's what we love. The people, and what I love about X2 is the people. You have the owners of the business who control the direction of those companies. And that enables us as partners in our business to partner with the people who control the freight. We want to work with these smaller countries. We want to work with the decision makers. And that's
Right.
what X2 allows us to do. The bottom line is, the room today is filled with great people.
Right, great. I'm really happy to hear that.
And that's the fun part. And that's the best part about being a network. You're not just at one-on-one meetings, cramming one after another for 5 days as other places.
Right.
But you're talking to people who know what they're doing. I was talking to a gentleman today, he knew about a shipment we did with him 6 months ago.
Oh, really?
And he said we did a great service.
Great.
And that to me stands out. That's what we want.
And that's what I like to hear. So I'm really happy to hear that. I'm feeling quite proud about the week that's happened so far. Graham, it's been great talking to you.
Yep.
Thanks for your time, you know, and thanks for your support. It's
Thank
always
you
great
for-
to see you.
Thank you for you and your team. You've done a great job this week.
The team has been great. You know, they've been
the whole
absolutely
conference
fantastic.
has been nothing. Anything we've asked has been taken care of, and they've done a great job organising. So thank you, Richard, and the team. We really
Thank you
appreciate
very
it.
much, Graham. Thanks a lot.
And can't wait for next year.
Okay, there we have it. There's Graham Burford from AWA representing North America. X2 Conference Week. See you again. Bye-bye.